Hi guys, I'm Amy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with all of you my TBR for the iHEARTathon readathon that Doris from Aldi Books is hosting. She just recently announced it, I believe on the 14th of February, and this is a readathon celebrating love and Valentine's Day and friendship and our relationships, and I am one of those people who enjoys Valentine's Day and celebrating said things, and so I'm really excited to participate. The readathon will be happening February 22nd through 28th. There are 7 different prompts that include both reading prompts as well as just general challenges, and I'm so excited to participate in this readathon. I will of course link Doris's announcement video down below as well as her channel. If you are not subscribed to her, please go check her out. She's so charming and wonderful and warm, and I just adore her videos and channel so much, so definitely go check her out. But if you guys are interested in the books that I'm planning on reading for the iHEARTathon readathon, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so I'm just gonna read the 7 prompts to you guys because my plan is only to read 4 books over the course of this week, or that's what I'm shooting for. If I happen to read more, then that's awesome, and I'll share that with you in my wrap-up. But that does mean that of the 4 books, some of those books will be working towards / counting for more than 1 prompt. So let's go through the prompts real quick, and then I will tell you what books I'm reading and what categories they fit into. So the first prompt is BFF, which is do a buddy read or read a recommendation from a friend, and then the non-bookish challenge for this is to have dinner with a friend. The second prompt is book Bestie, which is read a book from a favorite genre or do a reread, and the non-bookish challenge is to give a bookish gift. Prompt number 3 is Young at Heart, which is to read a picture book, a middle grade book, a YA book, or a book featuring an octogenarian, which is someone who's between 80 and 89. I had to look that one up. And the non-bookish challenge is to have a heart-healthy hike. Prompt number 4 is Sweet Treats, which is grab a book that you've been wanting to read for a while. And of course the non-bookish prompt is to buy yourself chocolate or flowers. Prompt number 5 is Cruising, which is read an audiobook or read a book that has a vehicle on the cover, and the challenge for that is to go cruising. 6 is a Quickie, which is read a graphic novel, a novella, a short story, or a romance, and of course the prompt for this, Doris said to get creative or give someone a kiss. And prompt number 7, the last prompt, is Cover Love, which is read a book with a beautiful cover or a book that was a cover by. She didn't have a challenge for this. She mentioned some things about making your bed or not making your bed. So feel free to get creative with that one. Now for the books that I'm planning to fit into said prompts and challenges. The first book that I'm planning on reading, I'm going to give an attempt to read an audiobook, and I'm being very generous with myself because I'm planning on reading Aida by Roxane Gay. This is her, I believe, debut short story collection. I think the audio is less than 3 hours. I'm not a huge audiobook reader / listener, which is part of the reason why I want to challenge myself a little bit but not give myself too big of a challenge. And of course this fits into the category of, I'm gonna have to cheat here for a second, cruising as well as a quickie, so which is an audiobook or read a short story. And I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard amazing things about this collection, and I've not read Roxane Gay yet, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity. The next book that I am planning on reading will fit into the Young at Heart category as well as a recommendation from a friend, and for that I have The Secret Diary of Hendrik Groen, 34 1/4 years old by Hendrik Groen. And this fits into Young at Heart because he's between 80 and 89 years old. And I do love a story about elderly individuals. And it also fits into BFF because this was a book that when Matthew did Bring Your Own Book recommendation videos, Matthew Sharapa, I'll link his channel down below, I asked for a book that was similar to A Man Called Uva, and this is the book that he recommended to me, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've had it on my shelves for a while now, and this is also a perfect excuse to get around to it, and it's not too terribly long, so perfect for a readathon. And my pick, and the only book that fits, well, you could fit it into more than one category, but I'm only putting it in one category, for this readathon, and that is Cover Love, and I have picked Nightbird by Alice Hoffman. This is also a middle grade book, so it would also work for, I think, young at heart. Yes. So there's wiggle room here, and I just think this cover is gorgeous. This was also a cover buy. Granted, I bought it at the dollar store, so it wasn't a huge investment, but this is just in general a gorgeous book. The end pages are stunning. There's an embossed, can you see that feather on the naked hardback? And this is the story of a young girl who has a family secret, and because of that, she doesn't really have any friends, but when some girls move in next door, it sounds like they start up a friendship. I also recently chatted about this book in the authors I haven't read yet, because I own multiple books by Alice Hoffman but haven't read her at all, so I'll link that up here for you all, because my next book also was chatted about in that video, so shameless plug there. But that's going to be my Cover Love pick for the readathon. And the last book that I am planning on reading, like I said, I did mention in a previous video, because I have not read this author yet, but desperately want to, and that is Ann Patchett's State of Wonder. And I am fitting this book into the book Bestie, which is a book from a favorite genre, literary fiction, as well as Sweet Treats, a book you've been wanting to read for a while, which that last video explains why. This is a story about a woman who I believe goes to Brazil to look for her boss's son. It sounds like there's some missing money, and she's in love with her boss, and he's married, of course. So it just sounds like a good literary discovery type of story. I've heard just incredible things about Patchett's writing, and it's time I get around to reading her. And this could have also fit into Cover Love, because I think it's a gorgeous cover. So very, very, very excited to get to this one. Alrighty guys, there you have it. There are the books I'm planning to read for the iHEARTathon readathon that Doris is hosting. Like I said, I'm so over the moon to participate in this readathon. It seems like it's been forever since a readathon has happened, and I am so stoked that Doris is hosting one. Let me know if you guys plan on participating, and link any TBRs or anything down below of the books that you're planning on reading. So if you guys like this video, please like it, and if you loved it, please subscribe, and we'll see you in my next video. Happy reading!